Hello everyone! Guys, grocery haul time, but I told you last week that this week was going to be kind of slim, and I was not kidding. This is it. So I'm going to run through this really quick, run through totals, tell you kind of what is going on here this week, as well as what to expect in the coming weeks, because I've got some plans going on, some stuff up my sleeve that I'll tell you all about in just a minute. Guys, I don't even have to pan across everything this week. Like, this is it. So, we'll go ahead and come over here, though. I do have two things of the Cliffia Farms Almond Milk Creamer that we went ahead and got and tried last week for just regular coffee, since we have a regular coffee pot again. And it's actually really good. It's French vanilla flavored. It gives just enough sweetness without actually adding a ton of sugar or anything. So it's actually really good. That's going to be kind of our new go-to for the time being for coffee until flavors, taste buds, whatever, till that changes again. One thing of the Welch's natural jelly, we had a tiny bit left in the fridge. Went to use it the other day and it had been in there for too long. We've got 2 bags of the Honey Graham toasters. That is basically the bagged multi-meal cereal alternative to Honey Grahams. So we got 2 bags of that this week since I was actually unable to get any last week. That's why I got the Dino Bites last week instead. Just a good yummy cereal. 2 tubs of the Chef Chamois honey butter. The kids have been having streusel bread from Costco since Shawn's been doing more trips to Sioux Falls lately. And that honey butter is really good with that, as well as just on regular bread. 1 tub of the Spinach Artichoke Dip. That was a request from teenagers that they put on the grocery list. It was easy enough to fulfill this week, so we went ahead and got that. The strawberry rolls. That was something that Micah and I were getting hungry. Today's shopping took a little longer than planned, so we grabbed those. That's the only reason we've got those. I did get 1 more tub of butter from Walmart. I actually am not 100% sure we needed it, but I know we've been going through more lately. And this keeps quite a while in the fridge. I did have to hunt, though, because the first several that I picked up, their lids were broken. Somebody had dropped them. So I had to dig to get that one out. Another thing of the Black Diamond extra sharp cheddar. There we go. Cheese spread. Again, guys, I've said it. This is actually really good cheese spread. It's good on crackers and stuff. Shawn's really enjoying that. The ingredients are really good and simple. Just, it does have dairy. 2 things of the honey smoked turkey breast. We have chicken left, the chicken lunch meat in the fridge, but everybody's kind of shifted. While they were preferring that for a while, now they prefer the turkey, and so I went ahead and got more of that because I personally don't care for the chicken. Thing of strawberries. They had organic strawberries that looked and smelled really good at Sam's Club, so I went ahead and grabbed those. Case of Shawn's teas. A big thing of the organic spring mix. I went ahead and got that from Sam's Club because I was going to run to Safeway literally just for lettuce. They don't have the organic romaine at Sam's Club, so I went ahead and got this. It was kind of my compromise and to save myself a trip, so that's what I went with there. 2 loaves. I guess I have these flipped around, don't I? This is 2 loaves of the whole grain white Kids Choice bread, 2 blocks of Colby Jack cheese, and that's it. That's all we've got this week, guys. But let me tell you what those totals added up to still. So guys, that miniature amount on the table came to a whopping $131.22, which means we are way under budget, except at the same time, that was $131 worth of food sitting there. And I want to mention that because there actually was a small event while I was at Sam's Club. So the Southern style chicken sandwiches that we have frequently bought, they're a favorite of several people in the house and everything. When we started buying those, they were just over $13 a box. It's a 10-count box. About a year ago or so, they went up to right around $15 a box, which we're like, okay, well, we'll work with it. Guys, I grabbed a box today, had it in the cart. I was using the Scan and Go app. I had scanned it, but apparently not paid attention. And I went to scan something else and I accidentally scanned the box a second time. So I fixed that. And then I noticed the price. I'm like, wait, that doesn't look like it changed. I kept doing a double take. And so I went all the way back across the store to those chicken sandwiches, only to find out they are like $18.78 a box now. That's almost $19 a box for something that just over 2 years ago, we paid just over $13 a box for. Last week I mentioned the price of eggs, but this kind of stuff, guys, this is just ridiculous. Convenience foods are definitely some that are being hit hard. And this is why I really encourage everybody to learn how to cook with some more basics, how to use just standard ingredients, freeze meals, and make your own convenience foods. Don't rely on prepackaged items, because prices like that are part of what's going to price people out of things. And without these skills, guys, that's a problem, honestly. So this week we did not get the 2 fryer chickens. We didn't get them last week either. Actually, guys, I'm going to back up with all of this and say that last week I mentioned it was a massive haul, price-wise and just amount-wise, because we had really not bought anything the week prior. And then this week I knew would be pretty small because we got so much. One thing we've not gotten in all of that is the 2-pack of the fryer chickens to use as a lunch meat alternative. I want to mention, Shawn's been out of town and everything, and he's usually the one that shreds those for me. But guys, when I buy that 2-pack, it's usually somewhere in the $20 range for the 2 whole chickens. When I bought the 2 packages of turkey lunch meat today, they were roughly they were $5.97 a package. That's right about a pound, I think, of lunch meat. Of course, I didn't double check that before I came down. Those chickens are well above that, even with the amount for the carcass and everything that you don't actually use, unless you want to make bone broth, which, guys, is actually a very beneficial thing to do too. That is yet another. I know it's a little bit of work and stuff, and yes, Shawn does the shredding for me. It's not that hard. It's just a little tedious sometimes. But when you stop and think about how much meat we are getting for that price, and then you think, okay, it would take not even 4 of those lunch meat packages to like get close price-wise. But if I were to dump out 4 lunch meat packages into the bowl that we put the shredded chicken in, it wouldn't even come close. Not to mention, it is healthier. We are avoiding the extra sodium, the sugars that are added to it, all of the other ingredients added to it to get it to last longer. So guys, these are all things to keep in mind. And just with the rising costs and stuff, that the chicken sandwiches really caught me off guard today. And so I knew I had to make a point to say something about that. So while our week was really low, I actually don't anticipate the next few weeks to be very large either. We should definitely be sticking under our $300 a week budget. We do have pantry stuff that I'm trying to work through, as well as some stuff in the freezer. We still have a turkey tucked away in the freezer because, guys, that's something too. I know here in the US we really associate it with holidays and everything, but Easter is coming. But aside from that, there's nothing wrong with making turkey outside of it, other than the fact it's a large bird, it's a little more time consuming. But if you time it right, it's really not that bad. Do it on a weekend or when you're going to have a day off. And then think of how much meat you're going to have to put up. And if you don't want to eat it all, freeze the cooked meat. It's that simple. Put it in sandwich-sized bags or something so you could break 1 bag out at a time. There's all these options. And so that's kind of stuff that we do have 2 deep freezes out in our garage. And it's got that. We've got a huge stock of frozen vegetables in there, which I'm starting to run low on. I thought about getting more today, but I've still got a little bit more I need to work through, and I discovered 1 more bag at the very bottom of the freezer that I'm afraid might be too freezer burnt, but we'll see. And just some of that. So there's ways to stock up on stuff, ways to do this. And again, with the turkey, that's something that we bought at Thanksgiving time when the prices, like, they mark them down crazy the day after Thanksgiving. Because, well, holiday's over. Or the same thing with Christmas. Probably find the same thing with hams, as well as probably turkeys here after Easter as well. It's the time to stock up on it. And if you happen to have some freezer space, just enough for a turkey or 2, guys, that's actually really huge. That's meals upon meals right there for a single family. Because, I mean, we cook a whole turkey to feed extended family and everybody. So, anyhow, guys, before this gets too ranty or anything else, that is our grocery haul this week. Make sure you watch the next few weeks just to see how everything plays out with cleaning out the pantry, how many recipe videos I get up to show you guys what I'm doing to make some of that stuff. We have some other staples I need to get moved through before we start hitting some dates. I did just replenish my chicken stock from Costco recently, but I've got some beans and rice and stuff I want to get used, so we're going to be doing a lot more of the homemade refried beans and some of that stuff. And that's a recipe, guys, that's already in my recipe playlist if you want to check that out. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the comment section down below. And in the meantime, hope that you guys are having a blessed day. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss everything else coming up next. And I'll see you in the next one.